Hey guys, me and Dave. I thought I'd do a little video, give you a little update. I'm still going through it. Hardcore today. I got a little extra money. We had to reschedule Tanner's appointment. He was supposed to go today, but my relative's truck broke down. The starter went. She just had a starter put in that truck a couple of years ago, and it already went. But so it kind of set her back $500 for a starter. But so she had to reschedule Tanner's appointment for January 17th, which his nails are going to be really long by then. But um, so I do have a little extra money. Um, they were making me vibrate and shake so bad today, and they were hitting my feet, my legs. They're hitting my legs now, so it's very difficult to walk. Shaky, it just directed energy weapons, they can do all this crap with you. So I need to shave. you know Usually I'm clean shaven and all that stuff. Going through this crap, you just kind of let yourself go. But um so uh today was a hard day. It's been hard since Saturday. It sounds unbelievable, but uh, they made me throw up for 12 hours today. I threw up for 12 hours. 7 o'clock in the morning until 6:30 at night. I threw up. So, another day with no food because, you don't feel like eating anything, when you're throwing up all day and your stomach is sore and your muscles hurt because you're throwing up, and it's a violent throw up, you guys. I mean, they're making me dry heave and, all this stuff. This isn't my imagination. You can tell you're being hit with uh, pulse microwave weapons. Havana syndrome. Do some research on Havana syndrome. People are really going through this around the world. Thousands of us in the U.S., are going through this. I've been going through it since 2014, 2015, and I used to have protection. Uh, I mean, since Trump got elected, he's not an obvious yet, obviously, but there has been more people around. Because if these people make me fall down and crack my head open or something like that, well, if I'm here by myself, I'm gonna be laying there and probably dead. But so I threw up for 12 hours today, 7 in the morning till 6:30 at night. And they work 12-hour shifts, so 7 in the morning till 7 at night. And then the other people come out and they torture the hell out of you too. So you know, I mean, you get desperate, you guys. You get desperate and you call people. Okay, so obviously the FBI knows who I am, So you can call the FBI and they're like, well, I understand what's going on, but if you feel like your life's in danger, call 911. That's what they say. And then they hang up on you. So that's the drill. So that's what they say. I just got sick of hiding this, you guys. I mean, they get to your family so they don't believe you, and oh my god. Well, I mean, I went to the doctor 30, 40 times. Nobody can find anything wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with me. The only thing is, what's wrong is you get dehydrated from throwing up all the time, and your potassium gets low, where you could I mean, you could go into cardiac arrest. The last time I was in the hospital, the doctor's like, your potassium is dangerously low. If your heart stops, do you want us to revive you? I'm like, well, I guess, yeah. Maybe I should have said, just let me die. I don't know. But, you know, so, they get to everyone, the doctors, the nurses, and they make you throw up. I mean, our hospital has super good food. It's like eating at a 5-star restaurant. I'm like, because they can hear me and all, they're watching me, and they can hear me and all this stuff. I'm like, fine, send me to the hospital. I'll go eat some good food. Well, they made sure that didn't happen. They made me throw up 3 times. So I went 2 days without eating, and then they wanted me to stay another day. I'm like, whoa, I don't want to stay another day, because I'm going to be up all night. They're not going to let me sleep. I'm going to be up all night, and they're not going to let me eat. And then she's like, well, try to drink some chicken broth and, Jello or whatever. And, it wasn't happening. You know what I mean? So, I mean, when I was in the ER, the perps are all there. They were slamming doors and banging and all this stuff. And, I asked the nurse, twice, 2 or 3 times. I'm like, can I have some ice water? Oh, yeah, I'll bring it right back. Never came back. Oh, can I have some ice water? Oh, yeah, I'll bring it right back. Never came back. They never offered me a sandwich, anything, And I was there, it's like I'm paying, big bucks to be here. It's not like I'm sitting here, sitting here for free. I'm paying to be here, and they won't feed you. They won't, give you water, and, and the nurses are perping you and all this stuff. And it's crazy. I mean, but that's the power of this program, But anyway, today was really bad. They were making me vibrate, and I threw up 7 in the morning till 6:30 at night today. So, I'm not going to eat today, and I didn't eat yesterday. So they tear you down to nothing, and now. I'm in northern Minnesota, you guys. We're supposed to get 3 to 6 inches of snow, and my battery's dead. I can't go out there and shovel it out. Well, I mean, I have 4-wheel drive and some good tires on there, so I think, I can pull right out of there. But so I got to deal with the truck. We're supposed to get snow on Thursday, and tomorrow's Wednesday, so. It's just I can't do it. I'm like, well, what should I do? Should I, take the truck, just park it in the back and get it off the street and just let it sit there all winter? Or, it's just, it's too much, you guys. I don't know. I'm struggling right now. I mean, they're killing my body. I mean, how can you throw up for 12 hours and you know what I mean? And you drink water and they make you throw up. It's just it's insane. I wish somebody would step in. They used to step in and stop this. I years ago, I mean, the thing is that, in, what was it, 2015, 2016, I was in their custody for, 4.5 months. and they tortured the hell out of me. And you know, I honestly, they gave me $13,000. You know, after that, you know, and I went to go look at a truck in a town about an hour away, 45 minutes away, and you know, I mean, it was an all right truck. It needed tires and all stuff, but it had like a new paint job, but it was like kind of like a half-ass paint job on it. It was a Dodge Dakota 4-door, and uh, so I went to look at this truck with my relative, and I'm like, well, I'll stop. You know, let's stop somewhere, and I'll you know, I'll buy you supper. You know, and uh, they were in the restaurant, and they were hitting me, like putting pressure on my head. You know, I mean, these are invisible weapons, but I mean, if you look at my temples, they crushed my temples in, and they took a laser to my head. I got the marks to prove it, you know. But you know, so um we stopped, made supper, and they started torturing me. They tortured me for 2 weeks before somebody stepped in and said, "What the hell are you doing? Stop torturing him. If he wants to buy a vehicle, he can buy a vehicle." And then that's when I bought my my Mini Cooper. You know, my Mini Cooper's been sitting in the back for 3 or 4 years. Uh, the supercharger went out on it, so you know, and then I got my truck. Uh, they weren't gonna let me buy my truck. I was actually trying to buy a Dodge Charger, and then the guy never responded to me. I'm like, I got cash, you know. I'll come down and buy it, you know, go down to the cities and buy it right now, you know. And then I made a couple calls. I said, you know, they're not letting me buy a vehicle. You know, I need a vehicle. And they helped me. Uh, I got approved, and I financed my truck. Uh, you know, so I'm like, well, I'll be down Saturday to pick it up, you know. So now it's like I don't have any help. You know, I had this big, tall guy, FBI agent, that would protect me. You know, I'm not going to go into detail, but he would protect me because he knew in certain situations I was going to get tortured to hell. I mean, they made my heart beat so far out of my chest. I thought I was dying. I'm like, you know, I gotta go to the hospital. Well, why? Why? You know. So, um, you know, it's you know it. But today was a bad day. I almost went to the hospital. I got the money, so I'm gonna, you know, I got a little extra money, so I'm gonna get my phone hooked up tomorrow, and then, you know, if I have to call 911, then, you know, I can call 911, you know, you know, and, you know, go to the hospital again. I was just in there like 4 or 5 months ago, you know, so I mean, it's, you know, it's so, it's so, it's so stupid that, you know, that I'm going through this, and it's extreme, you know. So, I mean, you know, they want to starve you to death. They want to I mean, little Max, I was here all day throwing up for, for, well, 11 and a half hours. Max did not leave my side. Max did not leave my side. That little guy was right by me all day long, and he's suffering. He's probably depressed because we used to go camping. We would, go to the park twice a day, go for a ride. He loved to go for rides. He would sit on my lap and stare out the window and go to the beach, and and when I get up, if I do have my jacket on, Tanner gets all excited. He's grabbing the toy and he's biting my arm like, oh, dad, you got up and all stuff. And, it affects everyone, because you're laying here and every time you get up, they're torturing the hell out of you. 20 hours a day, you're being tortured to hell. In America, innocent Americans are being tortured to hell in this country. On a positive note, there's no way this isn't going to stop under Trump. Like I said before, I think the good guys went to Trump, said, this is what's going on. You got to run. You got to win. I think it was all planned. I think it was all planned by big people. Kamala had no chance of winning. And we all know that. And then Kennedy talked about this technology. It's like, well, what if it gets in the wrong hands? It's in the wrong hands. Elon knows about he knows about AI. He knows what's going on. Every time I post something on somebody's page, Elon's page always likes my post. It's like, saying they're being tortured to hell, man. They're giving my dog diarrhea every day, And I worry about Tanner because he's a little thinner, So I'm gonna scratch up my side here. But so Elon knows, Marco Rubio knows because he got a hold of Dr. John Hall, all these people that they're putting appointed, they all know what's going on. They all know this is going on. And they're going to get in there and they're going to clean house. Joe Biden isn't running the country. We got this big drone problem and they're lying to us and everything else, There's hundreds of drones all over the place, What the hell's going on? So I don't, it's kind of a scary time for us. They're threatened by Trump because he is going to end this if they don't try to kill him again. Tucker Carlson was really worried that there might be some more attempts on his life, which could happen. We got a month to go. Are we going to be here? I don't know. I was, I was 200 pounds, and then the last time I went to the doctor, I was like 165, and then they kind of let up a little bit for like a month. I didn't throw up for like a month, and I was able to gain a few pounds. I was, trying to eat salads and pasta salads and stuff like that, and sandwiches, corned beef, or Reuben sandwiches, and trying to eat, And so now they're since Saturday they've been nailing me. I've been throwing up for 4 days. You know, today it was all day today. I would drink water, it'd make me throw it up. So now I'm getting dehydrated. I'm probably losing more weight. I'm not going to eat. I'm not going to eat now. So it'll be 2 days with no food. And it, it's unbelievable. It just, you know, you know, I called the FBI last night, and stuff, and I call and people do show up. They're up there on the street. They got their lights on, cars running, and all stuff. But I mean, doesn't anybody have power to tell them to knock it off? They used to, They used to tell them to knock it off all the time. So I don't know. It's gonna stop you guys. I don't know. I've been, I don't know. It's it's not fun. Hopefully, like I said before, these people are going to be kidnapped. Their door's going to be kicked in. They're going to be kidnapped. They're going to be blindfolded, and they're going to be bound, and they're going to be taken out of the country in a foreign prison. There ain't going to be no damn trial for them, and they're going to be tortured for death. And that's what the CIA does. If you're in a CIA prison, there's a CIA doctor there, and he's going to torture you until your heart stops, and then he's going to restart your heart so you can be tortured more. So that's what's going to happen to these guys. So anyway, hang in there, you guys. I'll talk to you later.